My name is Nicole Phinopoulou. I'm an experienced, motivated, results-driven professional, qualified licensed lawyer with over 20 years experience. There is still much work to be done, it's a fact, but must become a habit. This is evidence also from the latest McKinsey survey of 2019 that every business has to link its operations with ESG issues, i.e. ESG stands for environmental, social, and governance. The analysis and the surveys we have in front of us show that incorporating ESG into a brand makes sense, implies that a strong ESG proposition can create value. A brand is perceived the relationship between stakeholders, i.e. the investors, and the company, where the company wants to sell. ESG reporting provides measurable data for a company's intangible asset, i.e. its brand. ESG actually, to start from the beginning, the first step is to understand what it is. It's three elements: environmental, social, and corporate governance. It comprises several criteria that may be considered by each business, either by socially responsible investors or by companies aiming to adopt a more ESG-friendly operational stance. Let's take a quick look at the individual components of ESG. Environmental criteria are denoted by the letter E. S, or social criteria, refers to a company's relationship and the reputation it fosters. G stands for governance. It refers to the internal system of each operation, each business that controls and monitors the procedures that govern internally a business. So ESG is an inseparable part of how business are done. Its individual components are linked to the actual operations and what is shown outside. More and more businesses are putting sustainability at the front of their support of the UN Sustainable Development Goals, the SDGs. Customers and investors expect businesses to behave ethically and to respect the environment, human rights, governance, operations internally, their employees, water management, energy consumption, social inclusion of all persons, including gender equality, disabilities, all the human rights, and also we have seen lately child trafficking. Global sustainable investment has now surpassed 30 trillion, a 68% increase since 2014 and a tenfold increase currently now. Banks actually are grappling with the complexity of sustainability issues. They have to meet and embrace the UN SDGs, and especially for Europe, because it operates in 27 member states, is the first coming up and already has initiatives knowing and embraced by the European Green Deal and the Action Plan on Fostering Sustainable Growth. Now result to new challenges for the banks and financial services. The regulatory compliance is now more extreme than ever. These range from the risk of climate change to green financing opportunities. Investors, regulators, and banks have begun to focus on ESG concerns. European Union also is a consumer-oriented union, and the business have now shifted their focus on disclosure reporting, and relevant statements are published, giving more information to investors how money are flowing. Attention will certainly continue given the significant risk that ESG issues pose for banks and the financial system broadly. Now regulated entities have begun to integrate sustainability into their core businesses by incorporating ESG considerations into risk management processes, product design, purpose statements, and long-term strategies. COVID-19, the last 2 years, demonstrated the importance of disaster preparedness and continuity planning. Investors have noticed a greater emphasis on sustainability because of the increased government legislations, for example, regarding the use of plastics and other unsustainable business practices. It makes sense for investors to pay more attention to sustainability strategies and investments of their portfolios. The financial services sector is a critical enabler of the real economy. It promotes economic well-being, which increases families and governments' ability to improve social outcomes. The financial industry is becoming increasingly important in the implementation of sustainability. Society expects companies, both public and private, to serve social purpose. To thrive over time, every company must demonstrate not only financial performance, but also how it makes a positive contribution to society. As noted, the stakes are higher, and as noted before, now we see everything in litigation courtrooms. For example, two very high-level legal cases that have seen courtrooms is the cases involving Shell and Nestlé. In parallel, we have seen penalties, we have costs and expenses, as well as restitution policies. Companies are being chastised for unsustainable practices at a higher rate than even before. This trend is expected to continue, particularly as the purchasing power of millennials and Generation Z grows. The European Investment Bank, in the latest report, correctly observed sustainability. The time has come to make a difference in the world. An investment cannot be long-term if it's only concerned with financing. We believe that we can support clients on sustainable finance. Sustainability necessities is a multi-phased approach. As it was mentioned many times in this interview, there is no silver bullet for business seeking to become more sustainable. Instead, approaches must be blended across all operations and the supply chain of an organization. Sustainability concerns go far beyond environmental law. Nearly every aspect of a business provides an opportunity to make a difference, not only on the upholding contracts, but in all operations. It is difficult to think a large legal field that doesn't deal with some aspect of sustainability. Our office expert team and I personally, since 2016, we are more involved in each project's development, implementation, and integration stages. We have developed expertise and capabilities to provide legal and regulatory advice, as well as technical implementation aspects. Our services include, on specifically sustainability, implementation of ESG, corporate governance compliance programs, investor sustainability reporting and sustainability regulatory compliance obligations reporting, advising on sustainable finance products and distribution, as well as on the non-financial metrics, the corporate social responsibility, the CSR. We are not claiming to be in an overnight ESG experts or because sustainability is the new trend. We are constantly expanding our knowledge, deepening our expertise over time in banking, financial services, and corporate compliance regulatory obligations, including corporate governance, and we believe that we are in a good position to offer the services. I'm a strong believer that our team can demonstrate, due to previous roles and projects that has been involved, that has developed their expertise to embrace all 17 United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Sustainability goals address energy consumption, circular economy models, climate risk management changes, child trafficking, and also gender equality. We are demonstrating skillful sets on leveraging on all the 17 Sustainable Development Goals to be addressed separately for each organization. It's not all the same. Sustainability is the future. I have a solid track record on transactional projects in problem solving with depth well-oriented legal business and regulatory compliance technical knowledge. On my focus practice, i.e. banking, finance, capital markets, and financial services. I have led high-profile transactional projects, engaging teams in Cyprus and cross-border on banking lending, asset management, project finance, structured and sustainable loan financing, real estate finance, distribution of products, securitization, also including corporate development, distribution of securities products. Lately, also had the chance to work on restructuring distressed assets, non-performing loans resolutions, and on loan portfolio sales as per the Troika projects. We have acted both for sponsors and lenders. Since 2016, my team, Evolutionary Legal Focus, is on the integration of United Nations Sustainability Development Goals, SDGs, and the implementation of ESG factors in projects. We have been involved and actively participating in the transformation of European directives, firstly relating to corporate social responsibility, the non-financial metrics, and now on everything on application and implementation of the upcoming European taxonomy-related regulations. We have been involved, our team and personally, we have expertise on assessing, developing, and monitoring implementation of programs and delivering redefined, oriented, and investment business procedure and processes. Our projects include also consulting and advising stakeholder and investors management in legal regulatory compliance commitments, focusing now specifically on European policies such as taxonomy regulation, sustainable finance disclosure policies, corporate sustainability reporting directive, and the green sustainability bonds framework. Our overall practice and my personal practice, I have developed analytical skills and I can translate supervisory, statutory requirements and expectations into sustainable business actions and constantly engaged in including offering services to large organizations and transformation projects involving the legal and operational sustainability risk assessment. In November 2020, I was fortunate to be accepted and became an alumni of the Cambridge University on sustainability of the Institute of Sustainability Leadership, and in 2021 I have successfully completed and graduated the executive program on sustainability strategies and sustainable finance, again of the Judge Business School of the University of Cambridge. Over the years I was happy and I was participated primarily first on the board of directors of the Cyprus Securities and Exchange Commission, and secondly for the second period to the council, acted as council member of the University of Cyprus and also acted as the chairwoman of the UCY kindergarten and nursery school Litoa Christoforou. But now we are focusing on more projects on sustainable finance. As a conclusion about me, but also my team, but personally, I'm regularly engaged on delivering workshops and presentations on sustainability and ESG strategies, and I have also been the founding member and pro bono legal advisor of the Cyprus Social Responsibility Association, a non-profit organization, which was the first non-profit organization on sustainability created in Cyprus, and we are progressing with other related associations promoting sustainability.